So today I'm actually gonna make a proper video on the 8845C. So obviously you guys saw the stand build. If you guys been watching, we built the stand, and that was the first official video of this tank. Now, I did talk about this tank a little bit, towards the end of that video, but of course nobody watches my videos all the way to the end. I know, I see how long you guys watch my videos, so I know nobody actually saw me talking about this tank. So now I'm gonna make a proper video on this tank and just talk about how I'm going to escape it and kind of the initial plans of what I'm going to do with this tank, equipment wise, all that goodies. And so yeah, so obviously the 8845C is an 18 by 18 by 18. It's basically exactly half of a 90p. Obviously 90p is 90 centimeters by 18 by 18. So if you split that straight in half, you get a 45C. And as you guys know, this is actually discontinued now, which is why I got lucky in this situation, because this actually was the last one there was. And so I was lucky to get my hands on it, because without this tank, there's no other tank that would have fit in this corner as well as this one did. So it worked out, because without this tank, I don't think I would have set up any tank at all right here. So that worked out pretty well. And of course, this will make a great tank for the channel and going forward, a new series for the next year. And if we escape it or whatever we decide to do with this tank, we'll see. But I'm sure once I escape this is one of those tanks that I'll probably keep up for a longer, because I'm going to have shrimps in both of these newer tanks. And so more likely I'm not going to escape them, because I will be breeding shrimp, and so I'd hate to try to escape it during that. So yeah, so also we got the camera. I think I did show you guys this on the stand video, but there is a light in this now, so turn that off and on. And then I'll say 88 Superjet. That's actually the 300 for the 60F, but there will be another Superjet for this tank. It'll more likely be the 600 that I put on this tank. So that's that. And then, so escape wise, it's gonna be really sloped. So there'll be a little bit of sand in the front, and then it's gonna go from the bottom to the back. It's gonna slope up. And basically, I got a little picture right here. It's not the best, but maybe it can give you guys kind of an idea. So you guys can see this is a side view, and then this is like a front view. So you can kind of see what I mean. So there'll be photo stone like angling like this basically, and then there'll be a lot of stems in the back, and all that good stuff. So hopefully that gives you guys a kind of an idea what I'm doing. But yeah, if we take it to like the side, so obviously, let's see if I can, there we go. So yeah, so there'll be like a little bit of sand in the front, but then basically we'll come down like 6, 7, maybe like 5 inches. It's just somewhere in there to where we have soil to here, to all the way to here basically. So it'd be pretty high amount of soil, and I might actually fill that in with like some lava rock, some cheap rock, just to kind of use less soil. But I have plenty of soil. I stocked up with 88 soil. I have like 20 something bags of 88 soil. So honestly, if I just wanted to fill it all with soil, I could, and that might happen. But who knows? We might just fill it up with some cheap lava rock just to save some soil. But yeah, and then you guys might have seen it in the tank, but I do have a fog screen, which obviously I use in all my tanks. I use the 90p one, because obviously this is the 18-inch high tank, 18 inch. And well, they don't make one that tall except for the 90p, so it kind of sucks. You got to buy a full 90p one, but that's what it is. I could probably split it in half and save it for another tank. But yeah, I'll put that on, and I'll probably show you guys that in the video, like afterwards, that on there, because I might as well just show you guys that it is part of the tank. So I'm going to put that on today, because I did receive it today with the new, I got an order from Aquaforce. I got the new contest book today, and then I got that in the mail too. So I'll put that on in this video. And so equipment wise, like I showed you guys, there'll be a Superjet 600. And then for lighting, now it just depends, because solar RGBs are sold out right now, and apparently there's a new one coming out, so I don't know. And obviously we're going to put a solar RGB on this tank and replace this Twin Star. And I was going to do a Titan 1 by UNS on this tank, just to change it up, so every tank has a different brand of light, just to kind of experiment, and for you guys on YouTube watching. But just to make these two tanks match, and it is the first thing you see when you walk into this room, I might just put a solar RGB on this tank too. I'd like to change it up, but might as well just make them both the same so they look good. But we'll just see. I don't know. Hopefully by the time I do plan on doing this tank, those will be available, and get that going. And then obviously the stand, I'll just use the O&F stands to hang that, which look nice. So I'll just go ahead and use their stands. I think they look pretty nice. So it'll come up from this corner, come up, and then obviously L out back here. But other than that, equipment wise, I mean, yeah, obviously CO2. I mean, traditional what I do on this channel, GLA regulators, 5 pound tank, all that good stuff. Um, Depending, I might go inline, or do a reactor. I don't know yet. It just depends. It just all depends what I think I want to do. Obviously, once I escape the tank, then I got a better visual of what I can do and what's going to be best for the tank. Because sometimes, depending on the escape, in tank diffusers are better. Sometimes inlines are better. Sometimes reactors are better, depending on the escape. So we'll just see. It just all depends on flow. Because obviously, I want that CO2 to get everywhere and get all to the plant. So, because more than likely, if you slope it all the way to the back, it's just hard to say because, yeah, it is hard to say because I kind of want them to come up in the back, come out the back, you know, the lily pies. But who knows? I might actually have to have it come out the side, which is what it is. If I have to do that, I'm trying to think of how to do it more visually appealing, basically. So we'll just see. I think I think maybe if I keep them in the corners, because obviously there'll be those stems in the back. Maybe if I keep them to the very far corner and keep, you know, stems somewhat trimmed back to where the flow is still going to come out, to where maybe like the stems I should cover it up a little bit and hide it, and to where, you know, at least the outputs sticking out far enough to where, you know, it still works even if the plants kind of grow around it. So I think that's actually what we might do. And obviously intake will be a glass intake too, and who knows, that might be on the same side or it might be, you know, on the left side. I might just put them on the same side, which isn't the most efficient way because obviously you kind of want them separate, so when the flow flows this way it pushes everything to the inlet. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Might just have to add another power head or to add more flow. It's just what it is. It all depends on the scape and how we have to do things. But yeah, I think that's a quick rundown. I do actually have a glass lid for this too. It kind of fits weird because it's for a 90p, because 90p you actually use two 18 by 18 lids, and this, so I got one of those for here. It's not fitting the greatest. It fits, but it's very lightly sits on those hooks, so I don't know if I'm going to use that or not, but it's there if I want it. But yeah, I think that's the last thing I got to really have to share for this tank. So if you guys have any other questions on this tank or have any questions in general about any of my setups, or if you have questions for your own setups, definitely let me know. Instagram is Aquariums if you want to show me on Instagram and DM me there, or you can go down the comments and comment something there. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.